I'm Winston Chang. I'm a software engineer at Posit. And earlier this year, I did some work on a package called ChatStream, which you can use to help build AI chat applications with Shiny for Python. And it just sort of looks like this. If you can't read this, it's fine. It's just basically a chat interface. You ask it a question, and it gives you an answer. It talks to the OpenAI API. And that gives you an answer, and you can have a conversation with it. And when I was working on this, I showed this to the team, and we were trying to figure out some fun demos to do with it. And Joe Chang had the idea, like, well, what if you have it play the game 20 questions? What if you have 2 of these on a page? One of them thinks of an object, and the other one tries to guess what that object is. So I went and I figured out how to wire up these two instances of this Shiny module to talk to each other, take the outputs from one of them, and use it for the inputs of the other, and vice versa. And so, again, this is going to be really small. I didn't realize this room was going to be like this, but you don't have to read this. It's not that important. This is it. The 2 of these modules talking to each other, playing the game of 20 questions. Now, we've shown this elsewhere, and I was thinking for today, I want to do something a little bit different. So I was thinking, like, how can we make this better? And I thought, well, you know what might be fun is if they're doing, now instead of playing 20 questions, you have these 2 chatbots doing a debate about a topic. So I went and I changed the application a little bit. I don't know if the cursor will show up there. Anyway, on the top, you can enter in your topic. There's these 2 chatbots. So here they're debating, LLMs have subjective experience versus they don't have subjective experience. If you're a philosophy of mind person, you'll know what this all means. And then they have this debate about it, and you read this, and this actually it's kind of interesting to engage with an argument this way to learn about something by reading it this way. But I still thought it was a little bit dull to have these 2 AI chatbots doing it. So I thought, how can I make that better? How can I make it more interesting? And I realized this could be like a Socratic dialogue where you have characters that are doing this argument, right? So in a Socratic dialogue, just to remind everyone, you have these characters. So here we have Protagoras and Socrates here, and they might be debating something like, the nature of virtue ethics. What does it mean to live a good life? So I went and I updated my application a little bit, and I added a field where you can type in. You can also add in the character that you want to embody, like one of these AI chatbots. So there's character and topic, and this is Protagoras and Socrates arguing about virtue ethics. So this was, the results from this were really fun and interesting. It's a little bit more compelling reading it coming from a character rather than just a generic chatbot. And some of the results were, it is interesting, and some of them, some of the output was also rhetorically very impressive. And I was thinking to myself, well, that's cool. How can I make this even more interesting? So I picked a topic that I thought was, I think everyone will resonate with everyone here, and some characters I think everyone will be familiar with. And I had it generate some dialogue, and then I thought, okay, it would be even better if this were a song. So I went, and I didn't edit the app to generate songs because that's way beyond what I'm capable of doing. But I found someone on the internet who makes songs using AI-generated voices, which is really cool and also a little bit creepy that they can do that. And anyway, I'd like to play for you the song. All right. Turn it up. Get some bass too.
Let's get this shizzle embarking. Snoop D-O-double-G with BT sparking. R is the king, standing with precision. Python tries hard but can't beat the vision. So Biggie, what you got? Python ain't got no plot.
Biggest Smalls on the mic, Python's my choice. Got that syntax clean, listeners rejoice. Ours too static, Python's automatic. Make you panic with its magic, while ours just tragic. Flow like a snake, no need to fake. Python takes the cake.
Biggie, you ain't seeing. Ours got the insight. Deep lie, tie-dye, reshape your data just right. Python's got pandas, yo, step out of the fight. ML, bioinformatics, ours in the limelight. Ours like a blunt, always ready to ignite.
Snoop, you're stuck in a haze. Python's the dynamite. TensorFlow, Keras, scikit-learn, they ignite. AI, deep learning, Python's the night. R may be a blunt, but Python's the pipe. Python's like a biggie track, keeping it tight.
Snoop here, R's the king, Python's just bling. R's got the visuals, Python's just residuals. Your Python is minimal, my R's the pinnacle. Analyzing data using R as my manipulator. Python's environ giving vibes like an early beta. You know it's true, R's got the prime crew.
Biggie back, Python's the champ. R's just a stage on the learning ramp. Python's got data structures, R's all jumbled. Your R's a stumble, my Python's humble. So Snoop, it's clear that they both have their sphere.
You said it big, let's set the record straight. Using Python and R for the knowledge they facilitate.
All right, and that's it. Thanks, everybody.